Hi everyone, welcome back to Paws to Read. Today we're going to be reading Emma and the Night Dogs, written by Susan Biven Aller. This story was inspired by the work of the Connecticut Canine Search and Rescue Incorporated teams. These are teams that consist of a handler and a search and rescue dog that are able to help find people when they're lost. Today we're going to be following along with one of the adventures of the heroic actions of these dogs. So why don't we all pull up a chair and get ready to pause to read. A long time after he lost them, the boy called out, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm over here." Now his throat was tight, and he plunged on farther into the damp woods. He didn't know how to find the road. Darkness came, and his heart pounded with fear. In the night, warm rain drizzled against the window. Emma snuggled under her covers. The loft bedroom of the summer cottage was her favorite place in the world. "Good night, Emma," Mama said, turning out the light. "Aunt Alice may come tonight, but it will be very late." "Can't I stay up to see her and Juno?" asked Emma. "You'll be asleep by then. And besides, the dogs have been searching all day, and they'll be too tired to play." "Will they find the lost boy? Juno always finds me when I hide from her," Emma thought. "I hope so," said Mama. "Can they pick up his scent at night?" "Sometimes it's better at night when the air is cool. Now, sweet dreams, honey." Mama kissed her and went downstairs. Emma, listening to the rain tapping on the roof, wondered, where is this boy? Emma knew how to find her way along the trails in the woods, but the boy was only 4 years old. "Don't cry, boy," Emma thought. "Juno will find you." Juno was a black Newfoundland, and she was Emma's friend. Emma could picture her out in the rain tonight, wearing her orange vest and trotting ahead of Aunt Alice. Other dogs and handlers would be with them. They would find the boy. Emma was sure. The stars came out, and a breeze shook the trees. The boy stumbled on, shivering in his thin windbreaker. In the night, the dogs came to the cottage. Emma woke to the sound of voices and a van door sliding open. She slipped from her bed and looked out the window. The rain had stopped. In the soft pool of light around the porch, Emma saw Juno jump down from Aunt Alice's van and run to greet Mama. Another van pulled in behind. The door opened and 2 golden retrievers bounced out to join in the greeting. Then a great black and white Newfoundland leaped from Aunt Alice's van. Emma didn't want to wait until morning. She ran down the steps just as Mama opened the front door. In paddled the dogs, Juno and Tenny, Robin and Abby. Aunt Alice and her friends followed, carrying rain gear and backpacks. "Now that you're awake, you can help," Mama said to Emma. Emma poured water and kettle into feeding bowls. Water splashed on her bare feet as the weary dogs drank. Then they flopped down, sighed, and fell asleep almost at once. Mama made her hot chocolate and put out a plate of cookies. Everyone quickly talked for a while, but tonight there was no laughter. "We'll go out again in a few hours," Aunt Alice said, "if he isn't found by the other teams." "Can I go with you, Aunt Alice?" asked Emma. "Not this time, but maybe when you're older." She hugged Emma. In her own loft room, Emma thought about the boy somewhere in the dark woods. She closed her eyes tight to hold back the tears. The boy tried to keep going, but his legs were too tired. He found a big log and sank down next to it. There were rustling sounds in the woods and the hoot of an owl. Suddenly, the dogs woke up. Robin barked first, then the others joined in. Emma sat up in bed. "Hush," someone called. "Quiet down." One by one, the dogs stopped barking. Juno gave a last woof, like an amen. Had the dogs heard something outside? Maybe it was a raccoon. Now Emma was wide awake. What if the boy is nearby, she thought suddenly. The dogs haven't searched around here. The boy might be too young to know that he should stay in one place and wait for help. I have to let the dogs out to look for him tonight, Emma decided. Aunt Alice and her friends are tired, but I am not. She climbed out of bed and slipped into her jeans and sneakers. She pulled on a sweatshirt. And Alice taught her how to give the search commands. I know I can do it, she thought, as she softly went down the stairs. In the dark living room, Juno raised her big head. Her big tail thumped hello to Emma. Moonlight shone on one of the golden coats of Robin and Abby. As Emma touched them, they woke up, and Tenny came out from under a table. Come, dogs, Emma whispered. Eagerly, the four rose and followed her. They ran across the wet grass to the edge of the woods. Wait, Emma called. The dogs turned to look at her, tails wagging. Search, she said firmly, the way Aunt Alice had taught her. Find the boy. The dogs lifted their noses and sniffed all around. Then Robin woofed and turned his head towards the woods. Emma knew Robin had found a human scent in the air. Abby and Tenny followed close behind as Robin led the way. Juno and Emma went last. The moon was shining brightly now. Wet leaves glistened on the trees. Once Abby chased a small furry creature. Leave it, commanded Emma. Suddenly the dogs stopped with their heads up. They sniffed the air with wiggling noses. Then they began to run, and Emma lost sight of them. She could hear them crashing through the underbrush. Wait, Emma cried out in alarm. It was frightening a few minutes before Juno returned. The big dog sat down in front of Emma and stared up to her face. She barked loudly. It was her signal. Show me, Emma said. Juno turned and trotted away, but she looked back over her shoulder to be sure that Emma was following. Juno led her to a small clearing. At first, all she could see was the moonlight on Tenny's black and white fur. Then she saw Abby and Robin near a big log. Between them was the small figure of a sleeping boy. The boy was dreaming. In his dream, he ran up and down in a strange cold house. He opened doors, but he couldn't find the way out. Then something warm and soft covered him. He felt wet licks on his face. The boy woke up. He held out his arms to Emma. It's okay now, said Emma, wrapping him in her sweatshirt. We found you. Juno gave the boy wet, newfie kisses and put his arm around her furry neck. Can you walk now? Emma asked him. It's not far. You can hang on to Tenny. As the sky grew light, Emma and the dogs brought the lost boy home. He was small, and his hands felt cold in Emma's. They walked between Juno and Tenny, who were big and warm. Come, dogs, said Emma. When they reached the cottage, she helped open the door. Good dog, said Emma, giving them biscuits. Then she went to wake Mama. The end. This story is a great reminder of all of the heroic and brave work that canine search and rescue teams do. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed today's story.